Welcome to Section 2, Understanding Unreal Engine 4. Video 1, Understanding the Unreal Engine's Codebase and its naming conventions. In this video, we are going to learn about Unreal Engine's Codebase, its naming conventions, and Epic's naming conventions. There are four main class types that build up the foundation of Unreal Engine's gameplay classes: UObject, AActor, which is a subclass of UObject, UActor Component, which is also a subclass of UObject, and UStruct, which is Unreal's version of structs. UObjects are the base building block of the Unreal Engine. This class, coupled with UClass, which is an Unreal-specific way of determining if a class is Unreal-specific or not, provides a number of the most important base services in the engine. UObjects offer reflection of variables and functions, serialization of variables, which shows values from C++ in the editor that can be modified, garbage collection, which works in tandem with reflection, finding UObjects by name, configurable variables, and networking support for variables and functions. In most game engines that support object-oriented programming, this is very common to have a custom base class, and in the case of Unreal Engine, it's UObject. AActors or actors are an object that is meant to be part of the gameplay experience. In other words, this is the class or UObject that can be in the level by being either placed or created at runtime. All other objects can be in the level are extended or subclasses of actor. Actors have their own behavior, but they can also act as containers for a hierarchy for UActor components, also known as actor components. All actors by default have a single actor component that cannot be removed called the root component. Actors have a series of events that are called during the life cycle of the actor. First, they come into gameplay existence, which is usually when the actor is spawned or the gameplay starts and the actor is already placed into the level. This is known as begin play. Tick will start to execute once per frame to do work over time, commonly known as update in other game engines. This also comes with a float variable named delta seconds, or commonly known as delta time. Delta time is the amount of time in milliseconds the previous frame took to complete. Tick is commonly used for frame rate dependent code, or to happen constantly, such as the player being able to look around. Finally is end play, which executes when an actor is in the process of leaving the gameplay space. This usually occurs when the object or actor is destroyed. Actor components have their own behaviors and are usually responsible for functionality that is shared across many types of actors. For example, providing visual meshes, particle systems, camera perspectives, and physics interactions. While actors are often given high-level goals related to their role in the overall game, actor components usually perform the individual tasks that support those high-level goals. Actor components that have a transform, or also known as a location, a rotation, and scaling, which are all relative to their parent component or actor, are part of a subclass of actor components called UScene components or scene components, which are also required to be the root component. A scene component can only attach to one parent component or actor, but it may also have children components attached to itself. As you can see in the image below, first-person character is our actor, and the root component of our actor is the capsule component. And that capsule component has many children components, which all inherit from scene component. You may also notice how character movement isn't attached to any other components. This is because it is an actor component, and they do not have transforms and thus cannot be attached to other components, but they can be attached to actors. UStructs do not extend from any particular class. To use a UStruct, you would create a normal C++ struct and mark it with UStruct, and the build tools will do the base work for you. Unlike a UObject, UStructs are not garbage collected. If you create dynamic instances of them, you must manage their lifecycle yourself. UStructs are meant to be plain old data types that have UObject reflections for editing within the Unreal Editor, blueprint manipulation, serialization, and networking, and so on. Unreal Engine provides tools that generate code for you during the build process, known as boilerplate. These tools have some class naming expectations and will trigger warnings or errors if the names do not match the expectations. The list of class prefixes delineates what the tools are expecting. Some of these you will not be able to know or need to know for this course, but are good to remember for the future. Epic Games, the creator and owner of Unreal Engine, is a game development company that has developed with the Unreal Engine since it was created and developed an asset naming system that they encourage users to use when starting out with the engine. This is so we can stay organized within our engine. We will try to obtain these naming conventions for this course. For the link to these naming conventions, it is placed at the bottom of the screen. In the next video, we will be explaining the Unreal Engine's codebase and the importance of planning scope.